With the electric Taycan now firmly cemented as one of Porsche's most popular models, the lineup is being expanded. We've already seen the rugged, outdoorsy, high-riding Cross Turismo, and now there's a more road-focused version called the Sport Turismo. Essentially a Taycan estate, it might just be the best-looking version yet. Like the off-roady Cross Turismo, this new car gets an extended roofline providing extra luggage space and even some more headroom. The taller roofline gives an extra 45mm of space in the back, as well as allowing the front seats to be adjusted to a higher position than in the regular saloon. Boot capacity depends on what spec you go for, but in any guise it'll be a bit smaller than most typical estate cars, but significantly more roomy than the regular car. It also has the added benefit of an extra boot under the bonnet thanks to its lack of an engine. This is a new Porsche though, so you're not really interested in how practical it is. The Sport Turismo follows the same format as the saloon. The entry-level car gets rear-wheel drive and 402 brake horsepower. It'll hit 62 miles per hour in a shade under 5.5 seconds and hit a top speed of 143. Next up is the all-wheel drive 4S with 523 brake horsepower. This is the one to go for if you're after maximum mileage in your Taycan with a WLTP range of 309 miles. Then there's the latest spec to enter the Taycan range, the GTS. Porsche calls it the sporty all-rounder of the range. It gets 590 brake horsepower and can hit 62 miles per hour from a standstill in 3.7 seconds onto a top speed of 155. The suspension has been tweaked to improve the handling, and the optional rear axle steering has been upgraded too, meaning this should be a great EV for spirited driving. To help it stand out from other Taycans, it gets darker tinted trim inside and out and plenty of Porsche's Race Tex fabric, the brand's own version of Alcantara. The range is 313 miles thanks to a 93.4 kilowatt-hour battery, which Porsche calls Performance Battery Plus. Next up are the Turbo and Turbo S, with 671 and 752 brake horsepower respectively. The oddly named turbo models are the ones to go for if you want some real acceleration. In Turbo S form, the Taycan Sport Turismo will hit 62 from rest in just 2.8 seconds with help from its launch control system.
But while this may be the fastest accelerating estate car in the world right now, it's far from the only option. This is an old favourite, the iconic Audi RS6. While the 592 horsepower V8 might not provide the instant shove of the Porsche, it does supply a fabulous soundtrack. It's around half a second slower to 62 than the Turbo S Taycan, but has a much higher top speed of 189. And while it's hardly a Toyota Prius, it does give a nod towards the environment with a 48-volt mild hybrid system that reduces emissions around town and saves on fuel.
In many ways, these two barnstorming estate cars are like bookends. The big Audi is likely to be one of the last fire-breathing family estates, a supercar slayer with room for your dog, while the Porsche is taking the baton of practical performance into the next generation.